The Sandwich Tollbridge Fund.
Can I just ask for the time, please, Mr. Mayor?
Oh, indeed, yeah, of course, yes, it's
22.
22. That's it. And this is the Sandwich Town Council ordinary meeting of the council as trustees of Sandwich Tollbridge Fund. Item number 1 is our apologies for absence received.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Councillor Morehouse, work commitment. Councillor Pennington is convalescing. Councillor Wiles has COVID, and Councillor Gray a travel commitment.
Thank you very much for that. And do we have any declarations of interest? To receive any declarations of disclosable pecuniary interest from members in respect of business to be transacted tonight on the agenda? Please state if you have. That's none. Thank you, Town Clerk. And number 3 are minutes of the previous meeting. To approve the minutes of the ordinary meeting of the STC as trustees of Sandwich Tollbridge Fund held on the 27th of November 2023, and to consider any matters arising from those minutes not covered elsewhere in the agenda. This is attachment 1. Are there any questions or queries on the minutes? Councillor Black?
Yes, have we got any decision about the time of the meetings, because it obviously involved the museum coordinator, whether there could be a change of start time for this? That's 11:23:6.
So, do you want to answer, Mr.
Oh,
Mayor?
indeed, please.
Yeah, so I've spoken to the museum coordinator. She's more than happy to accommodate a later starting time if that is convenient for members. So it won't be an issue if you want the Museum and Art Card Committee to meet at 6:30.
Thank you.
Super,
I
that's
think personally that's a better time, because it allows more people to, especially anyone who's working.
it does indeed, Councillor Black.
Councillor Morehouse.
And myself, yeah.
And yourself, sorry, I forgot.
Thank you very much for that. Indeed, that's very beneficial. Thank you for that. If there was no further questions, I'd like to propose acceptance of the minutes. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Franklin. All those in favour? That's unanimous. Thank you very much.
One abstention, Mr.
Oh,
Mayor, sorry,
beg your pardon.
I wasn't here, so one abstention.
One abstention from Councillor Marie. Item number 4, payment schedules. 4A, to approve the Sandwich Tollbridge Fund payment schedule for December. 4B, to approve the Sandwich Tollbridge Fund Guildhall payment schedule for December. And 4C, to approve the Museum and Archives payment schedule for December.
Recommend approval.
Just to note, on the Sandwich Tollbridge Fund Guildhall accounts, there was an additional £1,179.86 that had not been allocated to this, but now is
on the schedule. Yeah.
on the schedule.
Yeah.
So I'd like to take these 3 items, 4A, 4B and 4C on block.
Recommend approval, Mr. Mayor.
That's recommended from Councillor Marie. Could I have a seconder? Councillor Ripley.
Yeah.
And all those in favour, please. Thank you very much. And that item's been passed. Item 5, finances and investments. And this is to receive and approve the Sandwich Tollbridge Fund statement of accounts at the 30th of November 23. And 5B, to receive and approve the Sandwich Tollbridge Fund Guildhall statement of accounts as at the 30th of November 2023. To receive and approve the Sandwich Guildhall Museum statement of accounts as at the 30th of November 2023, and to receive and approve the Quilter Cheviot accounts management monthly investment report as at the 30th of November 2023. I propose to take these items on block.
Recommend approval.
And could I have a seconder for that? Councillor Ripley.
I'm against that, because I am still very concerned about the Quilter Cheviot performance, and I do think we need to pay attention to it, and we don't.
Did you want to raise that as an agenda item for January at all?
Well,
Councillor
it's actually on the minutes that we, of the last meeting that we want to pay attention to it, and somehow we never do.
So, okay, so do you have a proposal for?
So you know, I would not support a suggestion that we treat all these items en bloc.
Okay, so
But,
so your proposal is to take items 5A, 5B and 5C on block?
yes.
Okay, did I have a proposer for 5A? Thank you, Councillor Marie.
Yeah.
And a seconder for those, Councillor Tomlins. Thank you.
Sorry, so are we going with Councillor Anderson's proposal?
She's going to come up with a
Oh,
separate
okay,
proposal
okay,
for Quilt
okay,
Achieving
okay,
in a minute.
okay.
So, yeah,
So we're
indeed.
doing 3 this time?
Three,
Yeah.
yeah, 5A,
So it's
5B,
Councillor
5C,
Marie and then,
Councillor Marie and Councillor Tomlins.
thank you.
So, item 5D is to receive and approve the Quilt Achievia Assets Management Monthly Investment Report as at 30th of November 2023. I hand over to Councillor Ungerson. Did you want
yes,
to?
I mean, it doesn't look as bad as it has done in the past, this particular return, in that the return over the year 30th of November 22 to 23 is 2.7%, and the benchmark is actually it doesn't look too bad compared to the benchmark. It has done in the past. But I still think, I mean, I know you've had a talk and I missed it, but I'm still concerned that we're really not being managed properly.
You may put a proposal to the council.
That we have a further meeting with them. But I missed the first one.
Did you get did the town clerk give you there was
Yes.
a booklet?
Yes.
Yes.
I did, yeah.
So the booklet was based on what the meeting contained? Councillor Breen first and then Councillor Marie.
Sorry, thank you. Do I have to stand for this one down?
No, indeed you don't.
I echo some of Councillor Ungerson's concerns, and in particular on this report, they've sold £152,673 worth of shares, which is almost 10% of the fund in 1 month. And there's no justification as to why they've moved out of these stocks. There is no report as to the book value or the purchase price of the stock. So have we lost money under 152,000 or have we gained? And I just really feel that we should ask the manager to give an explanation where they're making major movements in the fund and why they're doing it.
Okay. Councillor Mallet and then Councillor Marie.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Oh, I don't understand.
No, don't say anything.
No, I would totally agree with Councillor Anderson's view. At just over 2% gain over a year is, quite honestly, it's rubbish. You know, when you've got professionals doing this, I would say we should be looking at anywhere between 5 and 10%. Personally, I do my own investment, and I would be very ashamed to be getting the returns that they're getting, and I'm a complete rank amateur.
Thank you for that. Councillor Marie.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. It's on 5D to receive and approve the minutes. It's not on the agenda what we're speaking about. So if we want to speak about it, I think it needs to be put on the next agenda next January.
Indeed.
Time's running out for us at the moment.
Indeed.
We're on a time limit. So
That's correct.
it's if you don't like the report, then vote against it. If you do, then vote for it.
That's it, yeah. Did you have any proposal, Councillor Anderson?
Well, that we should, I mean, I think we need at the next meeting to look at all the reports over the last 12 months. So I know it's more words and lots of work again, but and I'm interested in what Councillor Green has said, because he spotted something which I haven't spotted. And there may well have been other occasions when large amounts of money have been moved here and there, and we don't know why.
So, are you approving or objecting to this item because we need to move it?
I'm happy to take that action away and have the conversation with the RFO to bring that back to the next Tollbridge Fund meeting.
All 12 reports over the past.
Yes, you said 12 months. I've got that minuted, so I'm happy to have that conversation with the RFO for the next meeting.
Okay.
Okay. So we still need to go forward and either approve or object to these accounts. So could I have a proposal on Councillor
Mr.
Marie?
Mayor.
Proposed acceptance and seconded. All those in favour of accepting the accounts for the time being before the 12 months can be reviewed? All those in favour?
6.
Okay. Those abstaining? So it's 4 abstaining. Oh, 5 was it? 5 actually
Okay.
abstain. Okay, that is actually carried there.
So
Thank you.
nobody against? No.
No,
No,
no
okay.
against. Item number 6 is a proposal to outsource payroll. Members are to receive a report from the town clerk with a proposal to outsource the preparation of the payroll for staff employed by STC and STBF. 3 quotations have been sought and a comparison table has been prepared for consideration. Members are to consider the report and are asked to approve recommendation from the Finance Committee. This is attachment 4 and a decision is required. So could I have a proposal on
Sorry,
a
for the
recommendation?
question, Mr. Mayor. Is this separate and in addition to what we've already just approved for the town council?
So it mirrors what you've just agreed on the town council, because we have staff that are Tollbridge Fund paid and town council paid. So we have to mirror the reports, because both the trustee and the town council need to make the same decision, because we clearly don't want more than one payroll provider.
So are there 2 lots of monies? So in here there's a figure of £432 a year. Is that £432 and £430, or is it a single?
It's a single, but I've had
It's
to mirror the reports, because
Yeah.
obviously you are,
Yeah.
it's the same decision, but you're just making it as the trustee
Yeah.
as opposed to the
And
town.
the cost is going to be shared equally between STC and Tollbridge?
Prorated by the number of
Exactly.
employees.
It depends on
Yeah.
how the employee is paid.
Yeah.
For instance, the museum coordinator is Tollbridge. That's her salary is paid by Tollbridge. But obviously, a lot of us our time is split. So I'm split across STC and STBF. So
That's great. Councillor Marie,
Yes, proposed acceptance as per the Sandwich Town Council proposal.
thank you. And do we have a seconder? Councillor Franklin. All those in favour? Please signify. Okay. And any abstentions? 1 abstention. Thank you. That's carried. Thank you very much. And item number 7 is a proposal for Town Magazine and Town Council Magazine News. Town clerks share a report that outlines a proposal for the Town Council to publish a regular magazine that contains news from the Town Council, as well as helpful information for the community and residents. Members to consider the report are asked to approve recommendation from the Finance Committee. This is attachment number 5. A decision is required. The recommendation is that members are invited to support the proposal in principle to generate and publish a bi-monthly or quarterly magazine for STC and STBF, and recommend to Council that £3,000 be incorporated into the budget. The Finance Committee recommended that this is not a priority and the proposal is to be reviewed in 6 months' time when staff resources are improved. The new website would take priority from the Council. So could I have a proposer and a seconder? Councillor Marie.
Yeah, proposed as per the Sandwich Town Council recommendation.
Thank you for that. And do we have a seconder for that? Councillor Mallet. And all those in favour, please signify. I believe that's everybody. Thank you very much. That item is
I'm
passed.
abstaining on that.
Oh, beg your
whereas
pardon. Sorry.
the previous one.
And then item number 8 is Sandwich Tollbridge Fund and Guildhall budgets for 2024-25. Members to receive and consider the proposed Sandwich Tollbridge Fund and Guildhall budgets for 2024-25 as recommended by the Finance Committee. This is attachment number 6 and a decision is required. The items of interest are laid out in attachment 6, which the RFO has put forward to you. Hopefully you've been able to read these prior to this meeting if you had access to your documents. The recommendation is that the trustee considers if there are any changes required to the draft budget, and if necessary approve the budget. So could I have a...
And I'm going to say the previous, the town council amendments would apply to this as well.
Oh, indeed,
yes.
yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that, Town Clerk. So the previous amendments as made in the Town Council would apply to the Sandwich Tollbridge Fund. So did I have a proposer and a seconder for this?
That's a good question, Mr.
Indeed,
Chairman.
yeah.
This asset officer, it's going to make probably a lot of the properties are Sandwich Tollbridge, aren't they?
Mm.
Does that mean his complete salary will be coming out of the Tollbridge fund? Does that mean there'll be less money available for grants?
So he will be actually paid for his work he does for STC as well, because there are a number of properties that STC own and manage. So there will be a proportion of his time STC and a proportion Tollbridge Fund.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact percentage off the top of my head, but I can certainly find out for you.
The salary has been allocated in the budget, separate from any grants allowance at all. It will not affect the grants budget at all.
No.
So it is pure. He
No,
will be.
it's a job that previously it's always been part of the town clerks.
Yeah.
Isn't it, looking after the buildings? And this is, I think it's only a part-time, or it's just temporary, isn't it? To look at the valuation of the buildings
It's
really and
been
get a proper leases arranged.
Exactly,
Leases are
yeah.
not correct.
So it's been proposed already by the council to take somebody on, employ somebody on a fixed term contract for 1 year, and we can't go back on that now. So Councillor Tukin,
I just wanted to give an observation because
you
I
may
am
sit if you prefer.
being on the assets working group with
Indeed.
a couple of councillors around the room. There may have been responsibilities allocated to a town clerk or another role within the staffing resource. That is why we're in the mess that we're in at the moment. We have a gap around key documentation. They don't exist. We have issues about the documentation we can find. So we need to have somebody who's equipped, focused to deliver this role properly if we want to be an operating council, because what then flows from that is the ability to maintain those properties correctly, to manage the leases correctly, to review the rent correctly, and so on. If we want to continue as has happened in the past, we don't need to have an assets manager. We can have a part-time one or whatever. But if we want to do it properly and actually run this as a business as we should, for the people, not for ourselves, then that's why we need an assets manager.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Could I also add that the Tollbridge Fund accounts has gone before the Tollbridge Finance Committee, and they have been recommended by them.
No, I know,
So,
just a little question, that's all.
Indeed.
I didn't want to debate, Mr.
No,
Chairman.
indeed, that's sure.
I'm
No
quite
problem.
happy with it all.
Could I have a,
I'll approve the recommendation.
Could I have a proposer and seconder? So are you proposing?
Yeah.
Councillor Franklin is proposing. Could I have a seconder for the Councillor Ripley, and all those in favour, please? Oh, it looks like that's
Thank you.
unanimous.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councillor
that
Green
mirrors-
voted for.
Yeah, Councillor Green voted.
Yeah.
And that
That's
mirrors the decision from the town
Mirrors the
council, yeah.
decision from the Town Council, that's correct.
Not the mega thing.
And item number 9 is the date of the next Sandwich Town Council and STBF trustee meeting. Is Monday the 29th of January 2024. As I conclude this meeting, could I just do 2 things? One, to wish you a very happy Christmas and New Year, and secondly ask, although it's extremely late, if anybody would like a nightcap before leaving. The Mayor's Parlour would be available to you if you would prefer. And thank you for all your hard work this year, councillors. I'm very pleased with you all. Thank you.